Angel says, dear child, stop everything you're doing right now. You have only 30 minutes to prepare for what's coming. God has sent me with an urgent message that cannot wait. The person who means so much to you is packing their bags at this very moment, preparing for what they believe will be a final goodbye. This isn't just an ordinary departure. They're gathering every belonging, erasing every trace of their presence, determined that this time the separation will be permanent. The energy surrounding their packing is heavy with finality, charged with unspoken emotions, focused entirely on creating permanent distance between you. The divine realm is in emergency mode right now. Your guardian angels have been frantically working to create one last opportunity for divine intervention, but we need your conscious participation to make it possible. This situation is evolving rapidly, and every minute counts in your preparation. I can see them already deciding what to take and what to leave behind. Each item they pack carries emotional weight. Each decision is laden with meaning. They believe this departure is the only solution, that this ending is inevitable, that this goodbye must be final. Your connection is about to face its greatest test, a moment of spiritual decision that has been brewing beneath the surface for longer than you realize. What appears to be a sudden departure has actually been forming slowly, carefully, deliberately. But God has not left you without warning or protection. Like this video and type 911 to receive God's emergency warning and divine protection. Angel says, dear child, now I must reveal the truth about why this goodbye feels so final. With less than 25 minutes remaining, you need to understand exactly what you're facing so you can prepare properly. This person isn't just leaving because of what happened recently. Their decision has been forming over weeks, gradually building to this moment of departure. Each disappointment, each misunderstanding, each moment of distance has been quietly stacked until the weight became too heavy to carry. The suitcase they're packing holds more than just clothing and possessions. I can see them carefully placing memories inside, the ones that hurt too much to keep close, the ones that remind them of promises they believe are broken. Each item represents a reason they've convinced themselves this leaving is necessary. God has shown me their true emotional state. Behind their calm exterior is a storm of conflicting feelings, determination mixed with doubt, certainty shadowed by regret. They believe this goodbye is the only solution, yet part of them is desperately hoping for a reason to stay. What makes this situation particularly critical is the timing. This departure comes at a spiritual crossroads in both your lives. The divine plan for your connection hasn't reached its completion, yet human free will is creating this premature ending. But here's what gives me hope: I can see threads of connection that remain unbroken despite everything. Divine bonds that transcend physical separation, soul ties that cannot be severed by distance alone. These connections are where divine intervention can still take place. Like this video and type 222 to uncover the complete truth about this departure. Angel says, dear child, with just 20 minutes remaining, I must reveal the deeper truth about this departure. God is allowing me to show you what lies beneath this person's decision to leave, the unspoken reasons, the hidden fears, the silent prayers they haven't shared. This goodbye isn't what it appears on the surface. While they pack with determined hands, their heart is in conflict. What looks like rejection is actually protection. They're leaving because staying feels too vulnerable, too risky, too exposed. They believe distance will hurt less than the pain they fear might come if they remain. They haven't told you about the internal battles they've been fighting. The way they've measured themselves against impossible standards and found themselves lacking. The fears that whisper they aren't enough. The belief that eventually you'll see these same shortcomings and be the one to leave. God has shown me how they've misinterpreted silence as indifference, how they've read distance as disinterest, how they've translated normal conflicts into evidence that the connection is broken beyond repair. Their perception has become their reality, even when it doesn't match the truth. They're packing quickly because slowness would allow doubt to grow. They're leaving without proper goodbyes because facing you might weaken their resolve. They're creating a clean break because messy endings leave openings for return. Your guardian angels have been collecting the true feelings, the authentic connection, the divine purpose of your bond. They've preserved these truths in the spiritual realm, protecting them from this temporary human misunderstanding until the perfect moment for reconciliation arrives. Like this video and type 333 to unlock this divine truth revelation. Angel says, dear child, with just 15 minutes remaining, we must activate your divine protection shield. This spiritual barrier isn't to prevent their departure, that decision remains within their free will, but to protect the essential soul connection that exists beyond physical presence. God has dispatched specialized guardian angels to your emotional center. These are angels of comfort, angels of perspective, angels of divine memory. They're positioning themselves around your heart, creating a spiritual perimeter that will help regulate the waves of grief that will come. I can see them weaving threads of gentle blue light round your emotional body, creating a mesh of protective energy that will filter how this goodbye affects you. This won't prevent you from feeling the pain, that's part of the human experience, but it will ensure the pain doesn't destroy what needs to be preserved. Your guardian angel is strengthening your spiritual core, infusing your energy field with divine resilience. This protection will help you remain whole when separation tries to create fragmentation. It will help you remember truth when absence tries to rewrite history. It will help you maintain connection when physical distance suggests it's broken. This divine shield has multiple layers. The outer layer softens the initial shock of goodbye. The middle layer preserves the spiritual lessons of your connection. The inner layer protects the seed of possibility for future reconciliation. Together, they create a complete protection system for this painful transition. As this shield activates, you might feel a subtle warmth around your heart, a gentle steadying of your emotions, a quiet knowing beneath the surface pain. These are signs that divine protection is taking effect. Like this video and type 444 to activate this divine protection shield. Angel says, dear child, with divine protection in place and only 10 minutes remaining, God is revealing the exact strategy you need to follow during this goodbye. These divine instructions will guide your words, your actions, and your responses during these critical final moments. First, you must release any urge to create dramatic confrontation. Your initial reaction sets the energy pattern that will continue long after they've gone. Take 3 deep breaths before speaking, allowing your guardian angels to align your response with divine wisdom. This calm isn't surrender, it's spiritual strength that leaves the door open for future return. When they explain their departure, listen completely before responding. God's angels will be filtering their words, helping you distinguish between their stated reasons and their deeper fears. Pay attention to what remains unspoken, the pauses, the avoidances, the things they can't bring themselves to say. These gaps contain important spiritual information. There are specific phrases you should avoid in these final moments. Don't make impossible promises, don't issue ultimatums, don't speak in permanent terms like never or always. Instead, use language that honors both the present reality and future possibility. I understand you need to go, I respect your decision right now, this door remains open when you're ready. Most importantly, do not try to physically prevent their leaving or emotionally manipulate them into staying. Divine timing is essential here. A departure prevented today may simply happen tomorrow, but with added resentment. Instead, create a space of loving freedom that honors their choice while preserving connection. Like this video and type 555 to receive this divine strategy. Angel says, dear child, with just 5 minutes remaining, God is revealing how this goodbye fits into a larger divine timeline. What feels like an ending today is actually a necessary phase in a continuing soul journey that extends beyond this current separation. The divine light of truth is already illuminating the path ahead for both of you. I can see it marking important moments in the coming weeks and months, times when reflection will bring new understanding, when distance will provide needed perspective, when separate growth will prepare you both for possible reunion. Your guardian angels are preserving the soul connection that exists beyond physical presence. This bond operates outside of time and space, continuing its work even during separation. What appears broken on the human level remains intact on the soul level, where the deeper purposes of your connection continue uninterrupted. God wants you to know that meaningful endings often contain the seeds of new beginnings. This departure creates space for essential spiritual work that couldn't happen any other way. The questions this goodbye raises will lead to answers that have been waiting for the right moment to emerge. I can see divine light surrounding specific dates in the future, moments when unexpected communication will occur, when seemingly random reminders will reconnect you, when divine timing will create opportunities for new understanding. These moments are already marked in the spiritual calendar, already being prepared as potential turning points. Like this video and type 666 to understand this divine timeline. Angel says, dear child, with just 2 minutes remaining before this goodbye becomes final, God is revealing how this painful separation will transform into unexpected blessing. What begins as heartbreak will ultimately create openings for profound growth that wouldn't be possible any other way. I can see divine energy already beginning to reshape the trajectory of this departure. What appears as an ending is being divinely redirected toward eventual renewal. What feels like rejection is being transformed into an opportunity for self-discovery. What seems like failure is being converted into fertile ground for new wisdom. This transformation won't happen immediately, it will unfold in stages, each revealing another layer of divine purpose. The initial pain creates necessary opening. The middle process builds new strength. The final integration reveals why this journey was essential all along. Your guardian angels are already weaving strands of blessing into this farewell. I can see them creating pathways to deeper self-knowledge, opportunities for addressing unhealed patterns, openings to new connections that will support your evolution in ways you cannot yet imagine. The divine realm specializes in turning painful goodbyes into doorways of growth, empty spaces into vessels for new gifts, broken connections into stronger reunions. This separation, though painful, has already been targeted for this kind of spiritual alchemy. God wants you to know that this transformation is already written in your spiritual journey. What feels like lost today contains seeds of discovery that will eventually bear unexpected fruit. Like this video and type 777 to activate this divine transformation. Angel says, dear child, as they walk out the door with their packed bags, God is ensuring that divine justice will ultimately govern this separation. This isn't about punishment or reward, it's about ensuring that the highest truth and purpose of your connection will eventually be honored. Heavenly justice operates on different principles than human emotion. It sees beyond immediate circumstances to longer arcs of growth, weighs soul connections above temporary separations, and ensures that divine timing eventually brings what most serves spiritual evolution. I can see the scales of divine justice already working in this situation. What appears as painful imbalance today is part of a larger rebalancing that extends beyond what human perspective can currently see. Each of you is being guided toward exactly what your soul needs most in this season, even when that guidance comes through challenging experiences. God wants you to understand that true justice includes growth for both souls involved. This person who is leaving will eventually face the lessons they're trying to avoid. The patterns they're carrying will ultimately be addressed. The truth they're not ready to see will eventually become clear. Feel the divine light surrounding you completely now. Your guardian angels have created a spiritual sanctuary within and around you, a sacred space where connection transcends physical presence. This protection doesn't eliminate the pain of goodbye, but it ensures you move through it with your essential self intact. Like this video and type 888 to seal this final divine